considering how people are picking up right now?
Yeah, I mean, to have your lead guy go out, I think everyone understands kind of the reality of the sport. You know, we've had this happen at multiple positions over the course of the time I've been here, and it's something we preach a lot. The next guy's got to step up, and we've got to be able to create a little more value at each position, because it's hard to replace one guy that valuable with one spot. Everyone's got to pick up a little bit of here and there, and got to get creative in ways you do that. And obviously a tough loss for us, but our guys have done a good job responding and coming out to work. You know, I think their attitude's been fantastic in regards to how we've gone about the week and re-engaged.
The way that you got your tight ends and running backs involved in the rhythm passing game against Texas Tech, does that bode confidence for the situation?
Yeah, I think we've started to kind of understand where guys are going to be a little bit better and find some commonalities and some concepts and places where Sam can be productive in first and second down passing, control passing game, and the tight ends and backs and receivers and some of the concepts we've got have been really productive, you know. And Sam's done a good job, I think, the last probably 3 or 4 weeks and in the games he's played in of finding those first and second down passes and control pass game that's helped us a lot, whether it's third and manageable or whatever the case may be, and the tight ends are a big piece of that. So again, it's a constant kind of reshaping of the clay of like what we think we can do with certain concepts and who can make some plays here and there to kind of keep us constructively moving the ball down the field, and I thought they've done a good job with it.
With Zechariah Sample, he obviously hasn't gotten on the field a ton with the offense, but when he has his nicer moments on special teams, is that kind of earned trust for you?
Yeah, I mean, we get a chance to see him a little more than obviously everybody else because you get to see him just on Saturday. You know, you guys can see him at practice a little bit, but everyone else just gets to see him go back there on, you know, kick returns and punt returns and stuff like that. We've had a chance to see him evolve and mature in the game and practice and kind of earn his opportunities, and it's good to see a guy like that present himself and get out there in the field like last week, and then be able to present himself in maybe some offensive situations to help and contribute to the team. And I think it's just a perfect example of guys that come in and work every day, and finally that opportunity presents himself and they can be productive. And I hope that, and I'm pretty sure our whole team sees it. You know, it makes for a good catalyst to the rest of the guys who are trying to find a spot to do things that are productive for the team.
What did you make of Jaron Hamilton's 100-yard performance, and how could you see his role kind of expanding or changing with JT out?
Yeah, Jaron, you know, he's a guy that's constantly found, you know, a little bit of niche each week. You know, we've slowly got him back into the groove and feeling like, you know, he's playing fast in the game and feeling comfortable in the game situations. He's an explosive player, trying to find ways to get him balls down the field, which we're doing that more often. And he's understanding that he's getting a little more confident. You can see that a little bit too, which is cool. And now with JT out, that's got to, you know, where we can find a little more without feeling like he's got to have the only answer. You know, and I think that's important, is to make sure guys are still playing confident and not feeling like, okay, I'm the guy who's got to then pick up the flag. It's we all got to pick it up and carry it together in whichever fashion we can to seal that hole a little bit.
And speaking of confidence, when you look at the O-line, obviously having to mix it up last week with injuries in practice, the game, and now another week of practices, how do you feel that group has grown this week?
I mean, I couldn't be more proud of the way those guys played. We did a lot of stuff last week to kind of put us in some situations versus one of the best, you know, defenses in the country. And there's, I mean, you got a true freshman out there playing. We got a third center out there playing. We got a lot of different concepts in last week to be able to protect us or kind of manipulate certain things and protections to take care of those guys. And I couldn't be more fired up about the way those guys played. I mean, it was imperfect. You knew some of those guys were going to get home on certain downs, but they battled, man. They battled and fought. And I mean, you got true freshmen going in there and battling. Your third center's going in there and battling. And I mean, it fires you up, man. It fires you up to have a group like that who says, you know what, I'm ready to go. And hopefully the rest of the season it continues to kind of go that way. But
when you look at the Houston defense, what team did it remind you from earlier this year?
Well, we've played so many good defenses now. It's another good defense. It's like, you know, you're going through the list of defenses. You're like the Baylors, the DCUs, the Texas Techs, the Utahs. You're like, there's another one. You know, it's another group that plays and is coached really well. They play really hard. They know exactly where they're going to be. They don't beat themselves. The front does a good job chopping it up. They're multiple from 4 downs to odds. The coverages are 2 shell to 1 shell. The third downs are all over. There's UFOs everywhere, and they're going to bring the heat. They do a really good job. There's no question why they're playing well. Their coaches got them playing well. Their coordinators got them playing well. But from front end to back end, these guys play on a chain. They play really well. It's a really good defense.
What do you mean UFOs everywhere?
Kind of a term you use for you get into third downs and you've got pressures coming from everywhere. So they've got a multitude of looks on third down, their third down packaging, where you can get all sorts of fronts. You can get fronts, you can get stacks, you can get mugs, you can get edges, you can get 0, you can get 1, you can get fire zones, you can get sims. I mean, there's cats, there's nickels. I mean, it's your head's on a swivel. So there's UFOs all over the place. And you're trying to get a package together for young linemen or young backs, or how you're going to protect that, because it's the hard thing to deal with and do it really well. So we've got a really good challenge there on third downs.
Just how massive has Harpole's emergence as an impact player been over the last few weeks? I believe he's made, I think last week he made 4 big catches. Just how big has he been?
Yeah, Harp's been a guy, even in last season, had a chance to make some plays and continue to do so. He's evolved in the offense. We're playing, as you know, we're playing with true 11, which we always do, some more 12, and getting those tight ends acclimated in some of the control game. And he's a big factor in playing catch on those efficient passes, and does a good job, whether it's down the field or intermediate. Harp's a guy we can definitely count on, and Sam believes in.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.